Good morning, children. Welcome to the online classroom of Chanakya Academy English Medium, Standard 12th Commerce. Today is the revision session of the chapter Banking and Monetary Policy. Okay? Let us have a quick revision for the same. Yes. Now, children, what we are going to discuss today is about banking and monetary policy. What is the meaning of bank? Yes, the meaning of bank means the heap or mass, right? How was the word bank evolved? The English word bank means heap or mass. In Sanskrit, it is also known as bhand, or which means collection of capital and fund. We are knowing about the word bhandor, which means that collection of fund or capital, right? Now, the word bank was actually originated from the Italian word banca or from the French word bank, which means a money for bank exchange or bench for money exchange. Now, what happened actually, children? In earlier days, European moneylender used to display coins of different countries in the heap or benches or tables, and this is how word bank came into एक्सिस्टेंस. पहले क्या होता था कि जो मनी लेंडर्स है उनको अपने कॉइन किसी को लेंड करने हो या दे हैव टू गिव इट टू द बोरोवर, तो दे यूज टू कीप इट ऑन द बेंचेस और टेबल्स इन अ डिस्प्ले, एंड दोज हु नीड्स इट वुड टेक इट ऑन इंटरेस्ट, राइट? तो दिस इज हाउ द वर्ड बैंक और द सिस्टम और द इंस्टीट्यूशन जो बैंक है वो इवॉल्व हुई थी. क्लियर? द फर्स्ट बैंक वॉज सेटअप इन द Spain in 1401. It is said to be the first real established bank, known as Bank of Barcelona. Right? Now let us also look at the definition for bank or meaning of bank. See, any authorized institution who collects people's savings, deposit for the purpose of lending to other under the condition of returning the same when the depositor demands is known as bank. Okay, there are basically two different types of bank: commercial bank as well as central bank, right? Now, what is the definition for this commercial bank? According to the Banking Companies Act 1949, commercial bank is the one which transacts the business banking. Business banking means 1. establishing the deposit, and 2 is lending the money to the people who needs or for the purpose of investment, repayable on demand or otherwise, and withdrawable by check, draft or pay order. It is known as commercial bank. Commercial bank is a business unit which provides banking services for the profit purposes. Now the question arises, how the bank earns profit? See, rate of lending, that is loan, is always higher than the rate of deposit, right? When loan rate is higher, that means bank will earn the profit, and rate of deposit is lower, that means it will pay less. So the difference of this two is profit which is earned by bank. Now, what are the functions of these commercial banks? See, commercial banks generally have two types of functions. Basically, first one is primary function, second one is secondary function. Now, primary function includes accepting the deposit, credit facilities, money payment and transaction, credit creation and interbanking transaction. Okay, bank accepts deposit in the form of current account, savings account, recurring deposits and long term deposits. Apart from this, credit creation is the process of giving the loans to the needy. Payment and withdrawal facilities is withdrawal of bank account balance with the help of withdrawal slips or check. Clear? The process of credit creation is one of the most important function of bank. That is, just with the primary deposit of minimum amount, bank creates almost 10 to 200 times more credit to other banks and customers. That is the process of credit creation. And interbanking transaction, that is bank to bank money requirement is fulfilled by the commercial banks. Clear? Apart from this, bank also provides a subsidiary function that is not related to money or exchange of money, but we can use the same money for various other purposes like agency and utility services, which includes safe lockers or vault where we can keep our documents safely. Then it also provides utility services like demat, payment of mutual fund bills, payment of mobile bills and etc. Lot many things. Okay. Moreover, now we will learn the process of credit creation. See children, over here it is given that cash reserve ratio is 1000 rupees for one bank, keeping 100 rupees as cash reserve. 900 rupees is given in the form of loan. Now when say X has taken the loan of say 900 rupees, he is going to deposit in the bank, which becomes the derived deposit for B, right? This derived deposit ka 10% is kept 90 rupees and the rest 810 can be given to loan Y, right? Again the same will be deposited in bank, 10% will be kept and likewise it goes. So out of 10,000 rupees, 1,000 rupees is kept as reserve and the rest 9,000 rupees can be given in the form of loan just from the deposit of rupees 1,000. Okay. Yes, the same table given over here is also given in your textbook as well on page number 13(8). Now when we talk about the presence of commercial banks in India, generally we are having commercial bank in public sector, private sector, foreign banks as well as RRB or regional rural banks in India, right? Second topic is central bank or the bank which is bankers बैंक सारी बैंकों के हेड पे जो बैंक आती है हम उसको बोलते हैं सेंट्रल बैंक. तो सेंट्रल बैंक का काम क्या होगा? The one that is the task of our head of the family, managing evaluation and regulation the activities. अब वो बैंक की बैंक है, that means it will be managing, regulating all the activities of bank in the entire country. It will also work for protecting the rights of consumers and public interest. Professor R.P. Kent has defined this central bank as the institution charged with the responsibility of managing the expansion and contraction of volume of money in the interest of general public welfare. यानी कि टोटल मार्केट इकोनॉमी में मनी की डिमांड और सप्लाई को मैनेज करने का काम कौन करता है? इट इज़ डन बाय RBI. When was this RBI or the Central Bank of India established? It was established on April 1, 1935 under the Reserve Bank of India Act with the paid capital of rupees 5 crore and it was nationalized in the year 1949 on January 1, and it is also known as the Apex Bank of India. What are the functions provided by these RBI? Monetary function and non-monetary function. Monetary function means issuing of currency note, banker to the government, that is providing loans, financial aid to the government, and acting as an advisor, financial advisor to the government. Bankers bank and lender of last resort, that is the last option for all the commercial banks to borrow money from is RBI. Also doing the credit control and custodian of foreign exchange reserves. Apart from this, non-monetary function include regulation and supervisory functions, promotional function, and financial inclusion and development, that is providing aid to the various sectors of the economy. Promotional function of doing the advertisement and creating awareness about the benefits of holding the bank accounts. Okay, now let us discuss about the various monetary policy. What is the meaning of monetary policy? The policy which regulates the demand for money and supply in the economy, it is known as monetary policy. We also call it as stabilization policies because the main task is to stabilize the Indian economy and to prevent the economy from inflation or deflation, right? The policy which entrusts various tools of regulating supply of money in the hands of the apex bank with the purpose of achieving general economic objectives is called the monetary policy. Now, how these monetary policies are implemented or what are the various instruments through this monetary policy works. So generally there are two different types, quantitative as well as qualitative measures. Quantitative measures includes changing the various bank rates, repo rates and reverse repo rates, cash reserve ratio, statutory liquidity ratio, and open market operation. Qualitative measures includes security requirement, margin requirement, ceiling on credit, and discriminatory interest rate. Now, what is the meaning of bank rate, children? See, bank rate means when commercial banks are having shortage of funds for the longer period of time, then they borrow the money in the form of loan from RBI, and the rate at which RBI provides is known as bank rate. Okay. Now, the policy of keeping the bank rate low is known as cheap money policy. जितनी बैंक रेट कम होगी लोन जितनी ज़्यादा अवेलेबल होती है उसको बोलते हैं चीप मनी. एंड डियर मनी पॉलिसी मीन्स व्हेन द बैंक रेट आर इंक्रीज्ड. What is repo rate and reverse repo rate? When any commercial bank need money for short period of time, say 1 day, 2 days, 7 days, 10 days or 15 days, then they sell their securities to RBI with one agreement of repurchase at particular rate. The rate is known as repo rate. Then what is the meaning of reverse repo rate? Reverse repo rate means when RBI purchases its security from the commercial bank in the event when RBI has to borrow short term funds. RBI को जब commercial bank से पैसे लेने हैं तो वो क्या करती है? RBI sells off their securities or the commercial bank, and that is known as reverse repo rate. Okay. Then what is stabilization under emergency situation? This is the special activity or measure which is taken by RBI when bank borrows money from RBI for an acute cash shortage. What is cash reserve ratio? Cash reserve ratio means all the commercial banks have to keep certain minimum reserve with the RBI. The amount or the rate portion of the money that is to be kept with RBI is known as cash reserve ratio. The next one is statutory liquidity ratio or SLR. As the name says, liquid ratio or liquidity ratio, that means minimum minimum amount of deposit that is to be kept by commercial bank with itself. It can be in the form of cash, it can be in the form of gold, or it can be in the form of deposits. It is known as statutory liquidity ratio. It should not be less than 25%. Sixth one is open market operations. Open market operation refers to the sale of or purchase of government securities by the RBI in the open market. Sterilization of RBI accounts against shocks arising from excessive increase or decrease in foreign exchange. This is one of the activity which is generally done when there is too much inflow of the foreign exchange, and to maintain the domestic currency, RBI sells of its securities in the open market, and this is known as sterilization of foreign exchange. Apart from this, what are the qualitative measures taken by credit what are the different qualitative measures of credit control? Security requirement. Security requirement means when commercial banks have to give loans to various money lenders, to various customers or persons, then from the borrowers, bank ask for the safety or security from the borrowers. It can be in the form of gold, it can be in the form of property papers or any security devices. Why this is asked for? So that in case if the borrower is not able to pay the amount of loan, then the same amount can be recovered by a bank from these securities. This also depends on the one who is asking for the money to commercial bank. For example, if agricultural help is required to farmers, then the rate of interest might be also low. They might not be asked for any kind of securities. On the other hand, business and rich persons may be required to keep more security with the bank for the loan. What is margin requirement? Margin requirement is one of the measure which says that to grant the loan, individual is given only certain percentage of total value assets offered as सिक्योरिटी. जितने अमाउंट की सिक्योरिटी कस्टमर देने को रेडी है उसका 80%, 90% या 95% ही लोन के फॉर्म में बैंक अप्रूव करती है. Ceiling on credit is sometimes applied, very rarely it is applied, in which bank or the RBI puts control on the credits, that is withdrawal facilities from the bank, right? And the last one is discriminatory interest rate, that is different rate of interest for different types of lendings. For example, a relatively low interest rate is charged from the farmers, whereas a high interest rate may be charged from the rich business person who wants to buy the car or house, right? That means जहाँ पे comfort के लिए loan होगी to buy any goods or luxuries, the more interest rate may be charged, and where it is a need for the individual, low interest rate is charged. Let us once again quickly revise the various definition. First one is credit creation. Okay, so what is the definition for credit creation? Policy process of bank for lending money from primary deposits. ठीक है, बैंक के प्राइमरी डिपॉजिट से वो जितनी भी मनी को लैंड कर सकती है, दैट इज नोन एज क्रेडिट क्रिएशन. सेंट्रल बैंक, अपेक्स बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, जिसका फंक्शन क्या है, टू एड, टू रेगुलेट and to promote the financial activities in the market, right? Monetary policy का meaning क्या है? What is the meaning of monetary policy? Policy undertaken by whom? RBI, for regulating the supply of money to maintain economic stability. To children understand all these concepts very clearly. Nowadays, keep watching all the business news. You will come to know about various these types of terminologies to be used in the news. What is the meaning of primary deposit and what is the meaning of secondary deposit? Primary deposit means deposit in the form of public savings with the banks. Then what is the meaning of secondary deposit? Additional derived deposit by the form of loans created from the primary deposit is known as secondary deposit. What is the meaning of government securities? Interest bearing bonds floated by government in the market to raise money, which are purchased by people, repurchased by government after the fixed period, are known as government securities. I hope with this you are clear with this chapter number 4. For any doubts and queries, you can contact me. From tomorrow we will start with chapter number 5, that is poverty. From now onwards, the chapters that we are going to discuss are the genuine big issues which has made India, or because of which India is said as a developing country and not the developed country.